Tim Duncan broke his silence after years of staying quiet, and one comment about LeBron just set the entire NBA on fire.
With him, because that's what he wanted.
Okay.
That's what he wanted. He wanted to get you outside of yourself. He wanted to piss you off and kind of control the situation. And I guess I recognize that. Plus, it wasn't part of my game. Like it frustrates people more when you just keep coming and coming and coming. You just keep getting things done, and no matter what they throw at you or no matter what they do,
Tim Duncan just spoke publicly for the first time in years, and the basketball world went crazy. For almost a decade, the quiet NBA legend stayed out of the spotlight. No interviews, no debates, no social media posts, just silence now. That silence is over. And the first thing Duncan said has everyone talking. His comment about LeBron James hit the basketball world like lightning. Fans are picking sides, analysts are arguing on TV, and the internet can't stop replaying his words. Duncan reportedly said, "Numbers don't make you the GOAT." That one sentence has reignited the whole debate. This isn't just another argument about stats or championships. It's about legacy, respect, leadership, and what it really means to be called the greatest player ever. Duncan rarely talks about debates like this, which makes this moment even bigger. When someone like him speaks, people listen carefully. His words make you question what you thought you knew about the GOAT conversation. Think about it. A five-time champion who built a dynasty quietly, without chasing headlines, is now talking about greatness. That carries weight. Here's how it started. January 15th, 2025, San Antonio, Texas. A private charity event. No media circus, no televised show. Just a small gathering where NBA legends show up, shake hands, donate, take a few photos, and leave. Tim Duncan was expected to do the same. Come in quietly and leave quietly.
The one I can draw the parallel to is this. Is anybody going to sit here and tell me in their right mind that Barry Sanders is not one of the greatest athletes to ever walk the face of the Spurs,
100%.
regardless of just being a football player?
Right.
Came close. I mean, they came close to maybe, advancing through the playoffs.
Not that close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my point
you're right.
But my point being, you wouldn't have a discussion about great players in the NFL without including Barry Sanders. But this is a different discussion. This is a very, when you're talking about winning.
That's always been Tim Duncan's style. No drama, no spotlight, no loud opinions. Just the calm, steady presence that defined his entire career with the San Antonio Spurs. But this time, something changed. Someone in the room was recording. What Duncan said during a private conversation with a few former players suddenly got out and hit the internet. Within minutes, it became one of the most talked about basketball moments of the year. The leaked audio showed up on Twitter at 11 p.m. At first, it seemed like just another post. But within hours, it was everywhere. By morning, the clip had over 12 million views. Suddenly, every sports show in America was discussing it. Every debate show had the same question on their screen. What did Tim Duncan really mean?
I did a show talking about LeBron James being disingenuous, and one of the things I discussed on that was him saying how he is considering whether or not he would actually want to do a walkaway quietly like Tim Duncan at the end of his career, or if he wants to do the farewell tour like Kobe and Kareem and those guys. And my whole thing was,
Here's the part that shocked everyone. Duncan reportedly said, "I see all these debates about who's the GOAT, and everyone's counting points and assists like it's a video game. But that's not what makes you great. Numbers don't make you the GOAT. Mindset does. How you carry yourself, how you make your teammates better without needing credit." That one statement set the basketball world on fire. Many fans instantly thought Duncan was sending a message to LeBron James. But the bigger question is, was he really criticizing LeBron, or was he pointing out something deeper about how we measure greatness today? Once the debate started, it didn't stop. More clips leaked, reactions poured in, and suddenly the GOAT conversation looked very different than it did just a week ago. Before we dive deeper into what Duncan really meant, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss the next breakdown. This moment shows exactly what separates true legends from players who just rack up numbers.
David.
Okay.
bench Manu and I'll cut the French boy. Can I do it again?
Wait, I got start, bench, cut. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
No, I refuse to answer that one.
You can't plead the fifth.
I will start all three of them and cut and bench myself.
That is a correct answer. That's a correct answer. Okay, how about this?
That was the core of Tim Duncan's message, and people noticed immediately. The wild part, he never even said LeBron James' name. He didn't need to. Everyone listening knew exactly who he was talking about. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans were sharing opinions nonstop. One comment read, "Duncan really said what we've all been thinking." Another fired back, "LeBron lives rent-free in everyone's head. Stay mad." Reactions came from all corners: basketball fans, former players, analysts. The NBA community split right down the middle. Some praised Duncan for finally saying what nobody else would, while others defended LeBron like their lives depended on it. Here's the craziest part. Tim Duncan hasn't said another word. No interviews, no press conferences, no apology, no explanation. Just one statement, and it shook the entire debate.
With that GOAT conversation, who are some guys that don't get mentioned enough in that GOAT talk?
Tim Duncan, absolutely. Wilt Chamberlain, absolutely. Bill Russell, absolutely. Like, you don't mention those guys, and all of them for different reasons. Because you think of like LeBron being a GOAT, what he's done on the court, what he's done off the court, how he's elevated the game, transcended the game, and then you throw Bill Russell. And
then Duncan went right back into silence. That's classic Duncan. Say something powerful, then disappear like it never happened. And somehow, that silence made his words hit even harder. While fans argued online, Duncan stayed completely quiet, which only made people replay his statement over and over. Meanwhile, LeBron supporters were defending him all across social media. But to really understand why Duncan's comment caused such a stir, you have to look at what's been happening with LeBron lately. This didn't come out of nowhere. The tension has been building slowly. Right now, at 40 years old, LeBron is doing something almost unbelievable, still putting up numbers that players half his age struggle to reach.
Great coaching, persistence, drive, love for the game. We remember what happened last year and how it felt in that locker room, and we used it and built on it and got back here, and it's amazing. It makes last year okay.
17 years you have toiled side by side with Greg Popovich. What makes that relationship so special?
His fire. He brings it every year.
Earlier this year, LeBron James hit an incredible milestone, 40,000 career points, something no one in NBA history had ever done, and is not slowing down. He's climbing toward nearly every major statistical record the league tracks. LeBron has been very open about celebrating these achievements. He posts workout clips, shares graphics about his records, and reposts analysts calling him the greatest ever. After such a long and successful career, you could argue he has every right to celebrate. But after Tim Duncan's comment, fans started asking a bigger question. Is celebrating numbers the same as defining greatness? Once Duncan's words spread online, the GOAT debate got even more intense. Every time LeBron posts a new stat or milestone, the same debate sparks again. Is he the GOAT now? Has he passed Michael Jordan? The conversation never stops, and the media has fueled it for years. Networks like ESPN dedicate entire weeks to it. Podcasts break down his numbers against Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and other legends. Analysts dig into advanced metrics, efficiency ratings, longevity, playoff production, every statistic imaginable. Open social media or sports TV, and it's everywhere. This is exactly what caught Tim Duncan's attention. According to several former players, many old-school legends have quietly been frustrated for years. The entire GOAT debate has turned into a numbers contest: points, assists, efficiency, longevity, but rarely about winning, leadership, or those invisible qualities teammates feel in the locker room. The things you can't measure on a spreadsheet. For Duncan, this shift feels completely backwards. His entire career was built on the opposite philosophy. With the San Antonio Spurs, He won 5 championships, 3 finals MVPs, and 2 regular season MVPs. But here's the funny part.